All right, let's look at the homework 9, problem number 5. All right, so we want to solve this following equation involving trig functions. Sine of 2x minus cosine of x is equal to 0. And we're going to solve this equation for x on the interval from 0 to 2 pi. All right, so let's do that. All right, first, using a trig identity, I can rewrite the sine of 2x as 2 sine of x times cosine of x. So it's going to look something like this. All right, so we have 2 sine of x cosine of x, which is exactly the same thing as sine of 2x, and minus cosine of x. Right, then you can see that the cosine of x is in common, so we can pull that out. So it's going to look something like this. You pull cosine of x out, and then what's left is 2 sine of x and minus 1. So we have that. Then since we want to get, so this product has to be equal to 0, we can make one of them, one of the factor equal to 0. For example, we can make 2 sine of x minus 1 equal to 0, right? Which means that the sine of x has to be equal to 1/2, right? So we have one equation which is sine of x is equal to 1/2. All right, so let's try to write that. All right, so we get one equation, which is sine of x is equal to 1/2. All right, if you let the other one, other factor equal to 0, you're gonna get the cosine of x equal to 0, right? So I'm gonna write that down. Cosine of x is equal to 0. All right, so we have a couple of equations, sine of x equals to 1/2 and the cosine of x equal to 0. All right, so I'm going to just go back to the original equation there. Let's see, so here. All right, so we got two equations, and we want to solve this two equation for x. All right, so I'm going to use the unit circle to do this. So I'm going to draw a unit circle. Looks something like that. All right. I don't like the maybe I can move it a little bit more. So here, how about something like this? All right. I'm going to move this picture down a bit. All right. So so we want to solve for sine of x equals 1/2. So what we're going to do is, sine of x represents the y-coordinate of the point on the unit circle. So I'm going to just try to draw a horizontal line at 1/2. So let's see, 1/2 is right in the middle right here. So you draw this here, right? So we know that the angle is going to be, so we're going to have an angle. First angle is going to be, so this is going to be the point on the unit circle. So I'm going to draw, so I'm going to try to find the angle there. So that angle there is going to be 30 degrees or pi over 6. And you can see that this is going to be pi over 6 there. All right, so one of the x values is pi over 6. So maybe I should write that down. All right, so we found at least one a value, pi over 6. All right, but there's another point whose y-coordinate is 1/2. So I'm gonna try to sketch that there. So I'm gonna draw a line segment there. All right, then we want to find the angle from the positive x-axis to over there. So that's going to be, I think that angle is going to be, let's see, 5 pi over 6. So from here all the way to here. So that's going to be 5 pi over 6. So I'm going to write down 5 pi over 6 is another x value. All right, so let's write that down here. So 5 pi over 6. All right, so those are the two solutions from sine of x equals 1/2. All right, so I'm gonna erase those picture here so that we can see the next pictures a little bit more easily. So I'm gonna get rid of the picture there. All right. So we want to solve for solve cosine of x equal to 0 for x, right? So cosine of x corresponds to the x coordinate of the point on the unit circle. So x coordinate is 0, which is up here. So we know that that's going to be 90 degrees, right? So we have 90 degrees, so it's a pi over 2. So you can see that that angle is going to be pi over 2. So I'm going to write down pi over 2 as the next one. All right. All right, so pi over 2 is, let's see, hopefully it's going to show up right in the middle. So pi over 2. All right, the other angle is you can actually go to that point. So you're going to go all the way around there. So let's draw a picture there. So that angle is 270 degrees, which is 3 pi over 2. You're going to go all the way around there. So that's 3 pi over 2. So I'm going to write down 3 pi over 2. Right? So those are the two x values between 0 and 2 pi, so that cosine of x equal to 0. All right? So we have four values. You can see that the pi over 6, pi over 2, actually 5 pi over 6 will make a sine of x equals 1/2. And then pi over 2 and the 3 pi over 2 will make a cosine of x equal to 0. All right, so we have four x values for this as a solution of this equation here between 0 and 2 pi. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.